everybody. Welcome to the Mama's Boy Podcast Show with Chris and E.
Yeah, baby.
That's right, man. Listen up. Look, we talking about today, episode 5. Damn,
5.
We 5 in already, bro.
Like Grace, baby.
5 in already. You know when black people get hyped, their voice go up. Hey, we on 5 episodes.
Right. They do get up. That's what I'm saying, yo. Like, yeah, they do get up. I don't know why. Why is that? Like,
when
why
we get hyped or when we lying? Like,
why? Yeah, like why though? Like why we do that? That's crazy.
You know we animated. But look, y'all, we today's topic, we talking about generational curse.
Yes.
Generational curse. What have you learned as a kid that you would not by any means necessary, not pass down to your kid? Like what harmed you as a kid or something you was taught that just didn't make no sense? And then when you got grown, you realized that and you just like, no, I refuse to do this to my child or teach this to my child. Right. What is that? So we're going to talk about that today. Right. And, hey, yo, once again, this show is brought to you by Chris Clark Entertainment.
Yes, sir.
And Piece to the Puzzle.
P2P.
And, P2P and Chris Clark Entertainment, man. Y'all go check out, Chris Clark Entertainment at ChrisClarkProductions.com. And you can check out Piece to the Puzzle at
Instagram, Puzzle to Piece, and TikTok, Piece to the Puzzle, and Facebook, Piece to the Puzzle as well. The number 2, not the word T-O, the number 2, Piece to the Puzzle. Check me out, critical thinking, and all that great stuff. That's
right, man. Y'all can also follow me, Chris Clark Entertainment, at Chris Clark Comedy on all social media platforms except for Twitter. Twitter is Comic Chris Clark, because for some reason they don't let you make your name as long. I think they only do 15 characters.
Yeah.
Chris Clark Comedy is 16 characters, so I had to change it to Comic Chris Clark. But I'm hoping they change that so I can change it to Chris Clark Comedy.
Elon Musk just took over, so maybe he do some change.
Yeah, hopefully he didn't do it yet because I just tried to change it last week, but it didn't work. It's still 15.
He just took over, baby. Yeah, he did. I tried. He ain't do that yet.
He ain't do that yet. But yeah, so. That's what we're talking about today, man. Y'all make sure y'all go follow us. Thank you for, listening to the show. And while you're listening, make sure you, subscribe and download. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think of the show. Stuff you want to hear the Mama's Boys talk about. What hot topic. If y'all want to hear, ladies, if y'all want to hear something from a man's perspective, let us know. Men, if you just want to have, let some brothers talk what you've been thinking or see your thought process. Let us know, man. On this show, there's no topic off limit. We talk freely. We talk open. We try to be as transparent as possible.
Yes.
We talk about hot topics. We talk about stuff that's going on in the world, especially two young black brothers living in America. Y'all know things going on here, so we can give us our perspective. And me and E, we have different perspective. We don't always agree, but a lot of times we do, and sometimes we agree, but it might be for different reasons. And we always keep an open mind on this show, and we want you to keep an open mind too, hearing our explanations for how we think. But before we move on, y'all know what we do. Y'all been with us for the 5th week straight. Mental health check.
Yes.
E, how's your mental health, brother?
So, man, this week, I don't know why I felt weird this week, man. I felt great. It's crazy how I feel great, but at the same time, I felt a little off. And I believe it's related to, I'll make announcements next week. So if y'all know the announcement I'm going to make about me personally, make it next week.
Okay.
But you got to say, Chris, no. But, yeah.
Suspense.
Keep you on your tippy toes.
I mean, you got to tune in.
Edge of the seat. Yeah. So because of that, I feel like I needed some time to myself. Not with the kids. I even called off work, once this week just to have some me time. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you feel certain ways, yo, and then you don't know what's going on. You try to put a title on it, try to put emotion on it, but this one I didn't know what emotion to call it. Right. So nothing bad, nothing devastating, like nothing to worry about. just something that you got to take your time out and identify what you're going through, and not just try to quickly throw something on it and try to move forward. No, pause. You know what I mean? Smell the flowers. Right. What's going on? So yeah, that's my mental health check this week. What about you, man?
Yeah, man, I'm my mental health, been pretty good, man. I'm feeling great. I'm continue to exercising. I'm eating right. I slip up every now and then. So if you see me at a Burger Shack, don't judge me. That's my cheat day.
Judge him. When y'all see him, judge him.
You right. Judge me.
Judge a crap out.
Not in public. Text me. Nah, but I'm continue to being healthy. Exercising. I'm toning up pretty good. Finally realizing, because, working out, man, and trying to stay healthy, it can mess with you mentally, cause you do all this working out, eating right, and then you jump on the scale and it might not be what you thought it should be. And they can mess you up. Be like, well, I ain't going to do it cause I ain't losing weight, or I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that. But, it's more about what's going on inside before, your outward appearance, man. Like I said on a previous show, one of the earlier shows, that I got diagnosed with diabetes. So right now, even though I am working out and eating better, my main concern right now is keeping my glucose levels at a normal rate, and taking care of that. I'm not on insulin. I do take the pills and stuff. Thank God,
Thank God,
get that bad. Cause that insulin, that's a whole nother level, and that's a whole lot of money.
Yeah. It is.
But, but in the process, I am, still dropping some weight, because I lost a lot of weight and I picked it back up, cause the medicine, the doctor said the medicine, will make you gain some weight, but, I don't want to go back to what I used to be, cause I was too heavy. But I thank God that I'm finally realizing, it's a marathon and not a sprint. And, and I'm doing things, man, to help my mental state too. Like I talked to my wife and I told her, I said, at least once a month, I'm going to have a Chris's mental health day, where I just go out and do what I want to do, something fun, something relaxing. And I told her, I said, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to do it alone. I don't want no wife. I don't want no kids. Because, I know EU like this too, cause we talked about it, but a lot of men out here, it's hard for us to relax when we're out with our families because we're always on daddy mode. We're always got our head on the swivel, watching to see who's watching my family, my kids. I got a daughter. I got 2 young sons. I got a wife with a shape. You know what I mean? So, I'm always, even though they're having fun, relaxing, I'm having fun, but I'm also in that mode where I'm in protection mode when I'm watching them. So whoever's out with me, if I'm with my kids, I'm still in that mode. So I can't let my hair all the way down, metaphorically speaking. So when I'm out by myself, I just got to worry about Chris.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why, I'm actually going to take one this Saturday. I'm going to head up to New York to a Yankees game.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? I'm going to be out there chilling, watch the game, relax, have some fun, cheer. Do what I got to do. I may walk around in the city for a little bit. I don't know, but I'm just going to have a day to myself. Man, just to relax, man, and do what's necessary. But it's also, ain't that I can't hang out with my boys either, cause that's a good thing too. Cause you ain't got to worry about your boy when you out with, another male friend. You ain't got to worry about them. I'm a alpha male. So, and I'm always, if a female, it don't matter if it's my wife, daughter, my mom, my sister, my aunt, if they're around me, I'm always in that protection.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm responsible for them.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So,
in our nature.
Yeah. So, but when I'm out with my brother, I got his back, but it's not like, I'm in protection mode with my boy or my brother. Nah, it ain't like that. You know what I mean? Cause, it's just something go down, I mean, I keep my head on the swivel anyway, cause that's just the way I am. But, you can be more relaxed with your boy. But I think this time I'm gonna go chill by myself, man. And you know, I encourage people, man, to do that too, man. Just, you know, whatever makes you feel good, you know, go do it. If that's going to a restaurant, I know people that eat
man.
Alone, you know what I mean? They sit at a restaurant, eat alone. Like, I used to frown upon that until I did it.
I did it.
Like, man, this is nice.
Felt relaxing. Yeah, yo. I really loved it.
Like I told you, man, like I went to the movies by myself. You know what I mean? Just sat there, watched a good action movie, popcorn, drink, man, you know, chilling. Movie done, went home, relaxed, nothing. You know, whatever that is, you know, we highly encourage you to do it, man. Whatever, I mean, if it's just going to the beach with a good book and, you know, or just, you know, going to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts and sit down, you know, watching a movie or reading a book, whatever, man, just whatever you got to do to detox.
Do it, man.
Do it. You know what I mean? Not telling you to neglect your responsibilities.
Right. Yeah.
Go spend your bill money because you're breaking down. Like, nah, just, you know, if you can afford it, do it. And a lot of times this stuff, you know.
It's not be free. A lot of free stuff.
It's free. Go, you know, it's a couple free zoos. I know in Jersey we got a couple free zoos. You can walk around, see the animals, or go to the park or whatever. It's a lot of free stuff to do, man. So, Mama's Boy Podcast, we definitely want to encourage you. We know Mental Health Month was last month.
Yes.
But mental health is every day, all year, 24/7. So always take care of yourself. All right.
That
was it.
That was cool.
Yeah. I know we went a little longer, but I feel like I had to say that.
We kind of hit the same kind of like, pay attention to yourself. That's what's up.
Yeah. Take care of yourself, man. You know, because you are loved. We love you. And we know there's people that love you. So don't ever think you're alone.
Definitely.
All right, man. We on our new segment too, man. What's on your mind? This segment, you know, me and E, it's not scripted. We don't know what each other's gonna say. But we always got something on our mind. We want to share it, whether it's good or bad. So E, tell us what's on your mind.
All right, man. So look, check this out. Cause we go left and right field. Don't know where we want to go. I got my CDLs, right? So I got back in 2009. So I'm a CDL driver. I drove trucks, school buses, transit buses, all that. The one thing I want to tell y'all people is stop driving like we can stop that big old vehicle on a dime. If we on a freeway, yo, and you jump in front of us because, you know, the bus or truck is moving a certain speed, you see this big, let me tell y'all something. First of all, when a big old vehicle is moving, right? We have a thing called like braking space. It takes time for that thing to actually slow down. So we can't stay up on other vehicles. We back up just in case that vehicle in front of us hit their brakes. We have enough braking room to slow down. Do not take the opportunity to say, oh man, look at that big old space between that truck and that car, and you jump in, and then we hit. You say, yeah, can you break?
I know I do it. Guilty.
And you jump in as if this was a great opportunity for you. And then you don't know what's on that load. It been times, bro, that I'm like, our brakes can go. It's air brakes. Stuff that's gonna stop like y'all think it stopped. Yeah. And I don't know how many times this person jumped in front of me and I slowed down and I'm like, they don't even know I was ready to hit them. Like, not on purpose. I mean, as far as I had cargo, like it was heavy stuff on it. And liquid is heavy depending on what you're carrying. Then if it's all that, whatever. So that's on my mind, man. Y'all just don't. If you see us coming, man, that thing is heavy, yo. I don't want to hurt y'all out there. Well, I don't really drive no more. But I was just, as I was out last and I saw these cars jumping in front of trucks, I'm like, yo, and if you see us backing up, give us some space. Don't take that time to like, if you hear that, listen, stop. Give us some room to back up. Don't just say he gonna slow it. You shoot around. No. Man, that's on my mind, man. I want to speak all for the truckers, CDL drivers, class A, B, I guess C2. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about.
Yeah, nah, man, look, I definitely, I'll say now I used to do that. Cause I got my CDLs too a few months ago. Back in March, I got them. And, you know, man, I got a whole new level of respect for truck drivers and all that, man. And you ain't lying too, cause I actually seen it yesterday too, where a car went in front of them and that, like, when y'all on the highway, y'all see all them skid marks, them from tractor trailers trying to stop so they won't hit y'all. So, man, y'all, yeah, he ain't lying, man. Y'all got to be careful, man. So, you know, I drive too, but I don't drive the big trucks. I will eventually.
So let me say this real quick. Real quick. As a driver, as a truck driver, let me tell you what our rule of thumb is. If you in our lane and we can't stop, we're going to hit you. Not like if we don't swing over to the other lane. Cause we don't know what's behind us, on side of us. And the safest thing to do is to run through the vehicle in front of you.
Yep.
Just let y'all know.
Yep.
Just let y'all know. That's not in the CDL books. That's an unwritten rule that we do because at the end of the day, we gotta go take a drug test. We have to prove that we did the safest actions pertaining to what happened. So just let y'all know. Look, my voice went high. Just let y'all know.
He got hype.
That's it, man. Yeah. What's on your mind, Chris, man?
What's on my mind is, you know, graduation season. We know that prom season just ended and it's graduation season, for a lot of high schools and, colleges would normally, last one in May.
Right.
But man, my problem is these schools now, they don't let you be great. They always telling us to, listen, hold your applause to the end after we call everybody names. No, we not doing that. When my child get up, I'm going to scream at the top of my lungs. It ain't my fault little Timmy only got his mama here and we got the whole daggone block and we going to cheer for my baby. You know what I'm saying? Because we celebrate every milestone. So no, we not waiting. And then now, bro, some schools, you can't bring balloons, you can't bring banners and stuff to make noises. Like they're stopping people from celebrating their child, and it's because other kids don't have that and they don't want them to feel bad. Like that's not our fault.
That's not
our fault. Like we shouldn't have to tone down our love and celebration for our child because somebody else don't have that. Like, granted, I feel bad. And if you let people know, maybe we can cheer for them too. You know, cause a lot of people like me, like I cheer for every kid, but I'm extra loud when it comes to mine or somebody I know. Right. You know what I mean? Because it's an accomplishment for everything. But don't tell nobody save it to the end. No, cause then everybody don't know who we cheering for. I want my baby to know I'm here.
Yep.
I see you. I'm proud of you. And we're going to have a good time and we're going to scream. Because, you know, black people going to scream anyway. You just going to kick us out. Yep. It's too late. We already cheered. Like, nobody cares about waiting to the end. Like, no, we going to get up in the middle of the thing and our baby going to stop and pause. We're going to take a few pictures before you call the next person. Because that's what we do. Because a lot of our kids ain't going to go to college. So this is it.
That's a true statement.
This is it. You know what I mean? This is all we got. So y'all, they like, it ain't. Yeah, it is that serious. It's that serious. We gonna cheer for our baby. Lot
for your kids, man. Yeah. Like, man, so I love that when I felt that noise.
Yeah, all y'all schools and principals and whoever, vice principals, y'all can just hold y'all speech because we gonna celebrate and we gonna be loud. I know I am. My son graduating from 8th grade in another 2 weeks.
Right.
And I'm gonna be loud.
Right.
I know he only going to high school, but still.
So what?
So what? That's what's on my mind, man.
There it is.
And there it is. there it is.
That's true, yo. That's true. Yeah. And the thing is, yo, what's crazy, yo, like, they do things so the other kids won't feel so inadequate or whatever case may be or feel you right. Hey, look, tough love here. Tough love.
Yeah.
It is not our fault, whatever that child life is going through.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or who came or who didn't come.
We feel
Like,
bad, but
that's not us.
and
That's
you
like,
said something. You had some great ideas though. Like, why not let people know, like a certain sign to celebrate every name to go up there? Just let, you know what I mean? Instead of doing the opposite, go the other way. That was
But I would rather them say that. Like, look, we know y'all gonna cheer. We just want to know if everybody can keep the same energy for every child, whether you know them or not. And I guarantee you, people will do that.
Everybody do it.
Guarantee it. But don't tell us to hold our applause to the end. Like, no, we not. We got to sit. They calling my baby, and I gotta be like, I gotta hold my hands together and not say nothing.
Right.
Like, no,
no,
we're not doing that. Like, what's the point? What's the point of calling their names individually then? You might as well just had them walk up or just had them keep sitting down and y'all here, take one, pass it down. Y'all might as well do that. Don't call their names. Then we can cheer for everybody at the end and just say, here, the class of 2022. Like that. Don't call their names though. You know what I mean?
Like, take one and pass it down.
Yeah.
That's real talk,
you know it ain't the real diploma. Like, they usually get that after the ceremony.
At the ceremony.
They just give you a piece of paper. So here, take this, pass it down.
This ain't nothing. Right. That's real talk, yo. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but oh well. That's
let us know how you feel about that, about the CDLs and also the graduation thing. You know what I mean? So let's get into our hot topics. We're gonna try to get through this quickly because we know we go in on the hot topics.
Yes,
we don't really talk long about our main topic. But hot topic number one, man.
Come on.
My appreciation event.
Yes, sir.
Woo, woo, woo. It was the past weekend.
How'd it go?
It was May 28th, man, and man, it was great, man.
So what would you getting? What was the appreciation about? I don't like the details of what was the whole.
Okay, the appreciation was for me being in the entertainment business for 20 years.
20 years.
Which is snuck on me. I did not know until somebody pointed it out for me. Shout out to Claybrook Production. They the one put the event on, celebrating me. They gave me a certificate, gave me cash.
Nice.
I had family and friends there, man, and
look, granted, I don't want to say the number, but it wasn't a little bit of cash in there.
Nah, it wasn't a little bit. It was a nice piece of coins. Some nice coins, man, and I'm grateful for that, man. You know, my good friend Tanya Lewis out of Maryland, she hosted the event. Hilarious, man. If y'all ever get an opportunity, check her out. Named comedian Tanya Lewis, Anointed to Laugh. That's her her website, and I think all her social media handle, man. She's hilarious. And she did some comedy and hosted. I actually did some stand up, and I did Pastor Love Offer. He came and he did the prophecies. He talked a little bit and did some prophecies to the audience, man. Everybody, man, they just laughed and had a good time. We ate, man, and
that's good, man.
A lot of people said some kind words. My daughter got up there. She had me crying.
You tears.
She got got up there and said something. My youngest son, he got up, said something. My wife and, my brothers was there, and my aunt and uncle, cousins, and some friends came through, man. I know a lot of people wanted to be there, but they couldn't because it was Memorial Day weekend, so people had stuff to do. But it's still, man, it was a great event. I told them, I don't do what I do for recognition like this, but I said, I ain't gonna lie, this feels great.
It felt good.
It feels great to be recognized, even though you don't do it for that. But yeah, man, so 20 years, man, and
big up to Claybrooks, man. Like,
yeah, man.
To give your flowers while you're alive. Like, we don't do stuff like that, yo. Like, that's,
and Tanya said that too, man. She said Chris is deserving of everything we're doing and more. And she said, I'm glad we're giving him his flowers. She said exactly what you said. Wow. I'm glad we're giving him his flowers and we're not here at his funeral. And, I thought that was awesome, man. Just to have people there, that day. Cause it was hot. It was hot. I mean, not inside, but it was a hot day. So, people was at the shore and stuff, but I know a lot of people wanted to to be there that couldn't. But man, it was awesome, and I like I said then, and I'm gonna say it now, man. Y'all keep supporting me, and coming out and doing and showing love. I'm gonna keep delivering.
Yes, sir. Faithful.
That.
Yeah, man. So show y'all love to Chris, man. He deserves it. I'm gonna say something too. I said that I told him, and I said I'll never stop saying it. A lot of times this dude didn't have to, but he was there for me a lot of times. And there's a few times I'll never forget where his services that he do, giving people the opportunity to laugh where I needed to laugh. And he always was like this. I appreciate that. So this dude do what he do for real. This is not no in front of the camera type stuff. This dude don't change. He is the same behind the camera, just as funny and just as supportive. So I just want to say personally over on podcasts, how that's a real situation. And I'm glad they did. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Don't have me crying again, man. There was a lot of tears shed on Saturday, man. I was trying to hold it, bro, but I couldn't. It came out.
Let it flow.
And, yeah, man, it was a beautiful thing. They was happy tears. They was real happy tears.
Nice.
I did. My mom came up a few times, and I know if she was alive, she would have definitely been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, moving on. Another hot topic that's been in the news this week, which man, it shouldn't have, but it is. Monique versus DL Hughley.
DL Hughley.
If you haven't heard the news or what's going on, so it was basically something with the contract. Monique and DL Hughley was on the same show in Detroit at the Fox Theater. Monique was told that she was going to be the headliner, and DL Hughley was told he was going to be the headliner.
Real quick, what's a headliner? So anybody don't know?
A headliner is the person that ends the show. They're usually the main attraction. They're usually the person that most of the audience members come to see.
Right.
So when they promote it, they really big up that person. I myself have been the headliner for many years in my comedy career. Going last and things like that. I personally, it don't matter where I go on because I'm gonna do my thing regardless. But this one was pretty big because Monique went on before DL and she basically bashed him in front of a live audience. Called out his wife, his kids,
his dog,
everybody everything that was attached to him because he went last. Everybody know Monique's past, how she was blackballed and all this other stuff.
Which is true, right.
Which was, it was valid while she was blackballed, and now people are starting to see it again. Because this was very unnecessary. Like, these are two great comedians, great people in the comedy game, and you hate to see stuff like this. But, on their social media, they put out their contracts and said, what was told to them, what was this and this and this. A lot of comedians on DL Hughley's level don't like to work with Monique anymore. And DL said, he bit the bullet and he said, he was going to work with Monique. He took a chance to work with Monique, and, that's not going to happen again. But she did this and she bashed him before he came out. Now, mind you, he was coming out after her. They had a host, then they had an opener, and then it was Monique, and then it was DL Hughley. It was just a bad taste, man. It was unnecessarily, very unnecessary to do. And I really hope Monique and DL Hughley get it together.
Hash it out.
Hash it out on a respective level. Cause DL Hughley, he kept it professional until a point. Cause she still kind of went in on social media. I checked them both out, but man, it was dead wrong, man. What's your thoughts on that?
So, so my whole thing is, okay. I get why you're upset. she produced a contract that she was a headline, signed and everything. But that wasn't a time to do that. Like how you did that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have did it that way. You should have did it. I mean, I get her
behind scenes.
Her demeanor. Yeah, like, go to the promoter. Cause that's who I'm really looking at for my main reason. But my thing is, go handle this because the people was there. The biggest victim, I think, is all of them was the audience.
Yes,
they came to laugh,
absolutely.
And they came to hear you. They came to hear you. Yeah. And the way you said that, like I don't care where they put me at. I'm gonna rock it out because I get it, the money and the status of headliner, whatever. But
that's the thing. That's the thing, though. The money didn't change. Regardless if she went last or not, she was still getting that amount.
Oh, the money was the same?
The money was the same.
So that even makes it more valid.
And that's the thing, because the thing is, people that don't know, when you get booked, like me, I have a certain fee. I have a certain fee for certain times you want me to do. Well, you want me to do 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. I have a certain fee for each time that you want me to do. Now, it seemed Monique and DL both had 45 minutes. It was kind of a co-headliner type thing.
That's what it looked like, but yeah.
They both had 45 minutes. So Monique gave them a fee for 45 minutes. That's what they were paying her. DL gave them a fee for 45 minutes. That's what they were paying him. So she was doing her time and getting her money. It was an ego thing for her because she felt like she should go last. Now, if you asking me my personal opinion, I think DL Hughley is way funnier than Monique.
Hands down.
No question asked. DL Hughley actually had material. Monique is funny, but a lot of her stuff is nasty and filthy mouth. And then, when she was big, she had a lot of fat jokes and sex jokes and all this and that. And, she lost weight, so she really don't have that. But she's still naturally funny. She's just not as funny as she usually do.
Right.
DL Hughley never missed a beat. This is one of the original kings of comedy. He's been doing comedy for over 30 years.
Right.
He never misses a beat. He stayed relevant. That's why and he's in my top three comedians. He's actually number 2 behind me personally, behind Cedric the Entertainer. Cedric the Entertainer is my all-time favorite comedian, and then it's DL Hughley. But I'm not saying this to be biased because I like watching Monique too.
Definitely.
And actually, Some More is actually my third favorite comedian. I love Some More.
Okay.
I think she's hilarious. I mean, she talks nasty too, but she has content.
Yeah, Chris nasty, yo. Chris like all that nasty stuff.
I do.
Say no. She not Some More funny.
But when you book, like I go back, when you book, you give them a fee and that's what you do. So the thing is with their contracts, the fee didn't change regardless who was going first or last or open. That's the fee you gave them. That's the fee they're going to pay. Right. So her money didn't change. Her time didn't change. It was just an ego thing.
Of headlining. Like really, you could have went up there, did your thing. You and DL don't have the same material. So it ain't like, let me go first or whatever. Cause sometimes depending on who the show, because this comedy game can be very wicked. People steal your material and all this. We gotta talk about that nuts.
I've done shows where people did my material in front of me.
All right, man.
And then that knows like how long you been doing my material that you forgot that you stole my material because I'm here.
Did it right in front of you.
You know what I mean? Like, and close friends too. People I consider friends.
That's sad, yo.
Stealing my material, you know what I mean? Like, either I heard them do it or somebody told me they do it. You know what I mean? But DL Hughley and Monique got two different styles.
Two different. Ain't nobody still know each other.
Yeah, two different type of material. Like, DL he's more political now. And he says relatable stuff and he do a lot of political jokes now and things like that. But it's like DL is a bigger drawer than Monique.
Yeah, if a show's going up, you see Monique or DL, I'm going to.
But granted, don't get me wrong. It was people there that came to see Monique. Everybody don't like DL.
Is she from? I can't remember where she's from.
I don't know where she's from. I don't think she's from Detroit though. But
okay.
But it's everybody got their own personal opinion of comedian. Like my favorite comedian ain't E's favorite comedian. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's a lot of people that came there to see Monique and not DL. So, it's all about, your preference. But to go back to what we were saying, it was just done in bad taste.
Bad taste.
Y'all been in the game. Monique, you've been in the game too long. I know you got everybody calling you auntie now. So auntie, you've been in the game too long.
We love her too. This is not a hate
we love her.
thing.
Yeah, this is not a tech. I love Monique. Parker's and Queens of Comedy tour they did, man. Monique, she's a gem. Oscar winner. For Precious, the lady can act. And
don't get me wrong. And my thing is, I love I like, not in this form, but I like how she voices her. I mean, especially when things was in certain situations, and she kind of fell on the sword to let a lot of things be known. Yeah. She was left out there alone for a hot minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But sometimes you gotta, I think this is like a continuation of where that was coming from. Right. But I appreciate her having a voice, like, to even, like, I'm gonna say this. No, I'm about to take all the heat for it.
Yeah. But you know what? And I'm glad you said that, because what I didn't, one of the reasons I didn't like what she did was she made it seem like it was a sexist thing.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
And it wasn't. It was far from it. It was far from it. It was not about male and female, and she made it seem that way. Because I know she made a statement about, they always want women to be quiet and not speak up and say. It's like, no, it ain't about that. It's like, you gotta fight your battles. You gotta know which one. Like, this is a battle you wasn't gonna win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was mainly up to the promoters of who, and they, at the end of the day, they decided DL was going last. That's it. Go up there, do your thing, do your 45. Get your money, move on. She could have left.
That's what I'm saying.
She had to say for DL.
You did. And if it's on contract, what you produce, your beef is not with DL. Your beef is with the promoter. Right. If you signed that contract and it was on there, why are you attacking that man? Regardless of what he did, it's up to the promoter. This is Chris's lane. So I'm really looking to you for, like, some insight. End of the day, who run? I understand influencer, who's more famous and things of that nature, whatever. But the promoter, they the ones that have the last say? Do they run, like, how
It's the promoters that have the show running, but there's been, like, and I'm speaking from personal opinion, personal experience. What happened was, if you look at their thing, they signed it on 2 different dates. I think Monique was like the 28th, DL's was the 29th. Mm. So they could have told Monique one thing, and then when they spoke to DL, because I've had it where...
That's suspicious right there.
I've had it where they put, like, they had other comedians, like, hey, Chris Clark, we want you to headline, but we got such and such on the show. Are you cool with them, or is it okay? And I'm like, yeah, we got totally different styles, because a lot of comedians don't like working with people with the same style as them too. You know what I mean? And because a great show is different comedians with different styles.
Right. Okay.
Like, you might have, like, one person, he's like funny, he's political and all that.
Right.
Then you got one person who's like a storyteller.
Right.
Then you got another comedian who's more, he's like animated, like he's physical comedy or something like that. Then like I even work with a magician comedian. Like, he do magic tricks as he telling jokes and stuff.
Wow.
So we actually went on, like, a tour with all them type of people I just named. And then, like, me, I'm a storyteller. I'm a storyteller, funny type.
Right.
Like, that's when people, tell me a joke. Like, no, I'm not a joke teller. I'm a storyteller. You know what I mean? I usually tell real life experiences, because all my jokes come from real places.
Right. Okay.
And then, sometimes, you exaggerate a little bit for the sake of the joke to make it, hype, but the base the base of the joke comes from a real place for me. And a lot of comedians, like I know, like Kevin Hart, you got like Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, Cedric, even DL, like they're like storytellers. Bill Cosby in his heyday, like they're storytellers. And those usually make out as the best comedians, the story, cause they're relatable. Like people can relate to stuff, you know what I mean? So, you know, you have that where they'll come to you. But, and I've also had times where they told me I was the headliner and I get to the show and somebody show up that might be a bigger name than me, and they're like, hey, we want to throw them on the show. You mind if they close out? My only answer is, my money ain't changing. Oh, no, we still gonna pay you. All right, cool. I don't care who you got last. I don't care who you got first. I'm like, I can open up the show if you want me to. You know what I mean? And then there's been shows where I was the headliner. I get there, my opening act ain't there. The show need to start. Oh, I go up, I do my thing, they can go on after. But we want you to go last. Look, man, the show gotta go. These people out here getting, you know, it's hard to get a crowd back that's angry. You know, let's start the show. You don't want, I tell the promoters, you don't want to be known as your show's starting late. You know what I mean? You go up there and make an announcement. Look, hey y'all, we got a little switch up in the thing. We're gonna have our headliner first. You know, Chris Clark come out, bam. I'ma still do my hour. And have them come up. Like one of my shows I did last year, I got there and the host wasn't there. Like I wasn't the headliner, I was the feature. It was the host, then it was me, and it was the headliner. The headliner actually Barry Brewer. Me and him actually, you know, became good friends since then. He's from the BET show, the Tyler Perry show. Barry Brewer out of Chicago, by the way of LA now. But I get there and the host wasn't there. The show gotta start. Chris, you mind going out? Yeah. Just had somebody say my name. I went out there and did my thing. As I'm up, the host shows up. So he come up and he do his thing. You know, he hosted. Oh yeah, thank Chris Clark, blah, 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 blah. He apologized. And then he brought up Barry. You know what I mean? So stuff happens. It's just like, well, long as I got that contract where you owe me this amount of money, I don't care what you say. My money not changing. You know, like you can shorten my time, but you're not going to shorten my check.
Let me ask you this question then. Do the headliner, being a headliner, does that desire to be the headliner, does it changes as you're getting more famous? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, does it mean something to be the headliner at a certain level?
It's more psychological for people. Like honestly, I'm one of the rare comedians that don't mind where I go. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to do my thing regardless. And if I do go first, I'm going to make it hard for you to follow me. Cause I've had that. I've had where I like going places where people don't know me. Bro, I remember I was the opening act for, Keith Wonderboy Johnson. He's a gospel singer. In Indianapolis at the Madam C.J. Walker Theater. Nobody knew me. Bro, when they called me, I swear, for God, when they called me out, it was remember Coming to America when they announced Randy Watson, how the hand clap was? It was like,
that's how it was?
That's how they clapped for me because nobody knew me. Bro, they gave me 25 minutes. I bust they butt for
Get out of here,
25 minutes. Bro, I had them eating out my hand from the first joke to the last joke. When I got done, there was nobody in their seats. They standing ovation clapping. Everybody knew my name after that show. When they was clapping like that, I did nothing but smile because I know I'm going to get them. I know I'm going to get him.
You like that. I mean, you
boy, me and him good friends. He heard me before. He was laughing. He was like, bro, I knew you was going to kill him. Keith was like, he's talking to the dude on the side because when I was about to perform, Keith came downstairs to watch me.
Right,
he
right,
didn't
right.
stay in his green room. He came downstairs to watch me. He said, bro, I told them people, he said, these people don't know who about to get on this stage. And I'm not saying that to, thinking I'm being cocky or nothing, but I know my ability. So that's why I like to go in places where people don't know me. You know what I mean? So cause I know I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna kill it. And bro, they bought all my product at the end and I got booked and came back, did some more shows out there. But, all that to say this it's more psychological. Like, cause a lot of comedians don't like going first. They don't like being the gimme pig.
Yeah, you gotta start it up. Like you gotta warm
start
up the crowd.
Get the crowd up.
Is that the hardest part? Is that kind of like if you going up first?
It is. It's hard, but I say the hardest part is going up after a comedian that bombs.
So okay, hold on. So if you had a choice to go up first to warm up the crowd, or go behind a comedian that jacked up,
I'd rather go first.
Get out of here.
I'd rather go first. And because if you go behind somebody that's bomb or just ain't funny, now you got to win the trust of the audience back. Because now they're going to think you're funny. You're not funny. I mean,
I wonder how DL felt when he came after Monique though. Like that's like,
I know. I was like, damn, I wanted to see that video. He probably tore her out.
I ain't seen the video. I saw her.
I know. I just seen her. I didn't see him because I thought, I didn't know that was the show they was both on.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a show with just her because I know she did some dates with her. She was the headliner because she did one out Philly a couple weeks ago, out in Glenside at the Keswick Theater. And she was the headliner. It wasn't the show with DL. So that's what I thought that was. I'm like, oh, she did that on the show she was on with him. But me knowing DL, like he's like us. Like he grew up cracking. Cause DL,
he's known for at the end of his thing, he's going to attack the crowd. That's what I love about him, yo. Like I'm like, yo, get to the point where he just crack on people in the crowd. Like,
So
that's
I knew he probably went in on her. I wish I could have seen.
I ain't said. I think he might have touched it. But I think he probably said
he will though.
Oh yeah,
his next show he will.
He got a radio show. Contract stuff. With the deal, so I know he wants to. Yeah, watch that.
GED something podcast. I know it's a podcast and a radio show. It's something GED. I forget it.
Oh, so real quick though, the other thing is, I heard she produced the contract, and he produced a memo. It was an unsigned thing saying he was a headliner, and like it was a thing saying about, and I ain't read it, and I meant to read it. How people are now looking at the promoter. It was like a swivel to get them both to come to say, hey, y'all both being a headliner. And it ended up the way it is. Like,
I see. Yeah. I know what you're talking about, but I don't think that way because I look at the dates.
Okay.
She had the 28th. He had the 29th.
Why ain't he produce a contract though? He ain't produced a contract yet though.
Which is something he pointed out. The thing was, he probably showed you a picture before it got signed. She produced a picture after it got signed.
Right.
Like, once all that gets signed, cause even with me, when I produce a contract, or they send me a contract, they sign it before I sign it. Like, I save it and all that, take a picture, whatever I got to do. So I have it on me, and then I sign it and send it back.
Right.
So, and then with today's time, you don't want your signature out there. People can.
That's true. That's true.
So
He's
really
famous,
dumb on her part to show the sign.
Her signature.
Her signature and all
that. That is crazy. You're right.
Yeah. So I thought that was stupid. But at the end of the day, it don't matter what you produce. He still headlined the show. So,
at the end of the day, yo.
At the end of the day, he's still headlined the show.
At the end of the day, regardless of whatever.
You know what I mean?
Monique, but come on, like I love how she treat her husband. Call him daddy. He call her mama. I like whatever. But
they got open marriage, so.
Oh shoot, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that was out there.
Never mind. Take that back.
God bless you.
Okay.
But I mean, Y'all two giants in the comedy game, but
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Moving on, man. We talk about that forever, but
yeah,
we'll break down in another episode about the comedy game contracts. Cause
I want to know. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, a lot of people need to hear that. Johnny Depp wins $10 million in the Amber Heard case, man. Actually, he was awarded over. I heard they said over 10 million.
Yeah.
I heard as much as 15 million. And they said she was awarded 2 million.
2 million.
But that just subtracted from his, so she still owe him at least $10+ million.
Right.
E, man, my question to you, man, how is this helpful moving forward in cases with men? Like me personally, I think it's a win for men.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
I think it did I think it makes it known to, like, let's have a fair case regardless of who's out there. Just because he's a man and the woman's claiming some abuse or, all the things she disclosed, which, I don't believe it. Me personally, I don't know how y'all feel, but that's just me. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's like the man is not the one lying. You know what I mean? You do have women out here wilding out, lashing, trying to do things to abuse and use things that's going to mess up the man's reputation. I mean, I think they pulled a movie because of the situation that he was dealing with.
To do another Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, and I love Pirates of the Caribbean, yo. That's one of my favorites, man. I'm like, and then
did they pull it from Disney? I think they said they pulled it from Disney Plus or something.
Oh, so man, don't tell me that.
His residual.
Yeah, yo. And then he's trying to do a little rock and roll thing. He's trying to do his music thing, this and that, or whatever. So I think this was a good thing. It's not about the battle of the sexes, but at the same time, when it comes to the court cases, I think this was a great thing that happened of men, honest men, let me put it that way, for men, period. But even those that really have, they are a man of their word. And we're not saying he's perfect. We're not saying he did anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, is like, yo, you don't do stuff like this. This ain't had to go here. Nope. So for him to win this was a great, I believe this was a real good thing across the board. I think he set a tone, but he had his lawyers. Yo, that one woman lawyer, I don't know, when she cross-examined her, she was shots fired. Like, and what was great about that, it wasn't like there was a man lawyer attacking her. It was a woman lawyer, which I think it was good to say, hey, this is not about no man-woman thing. This is simply about truth, facts.
Yeah.
And it came out there. And so he had a great team. And,
he did.
Yeah.
He kept his composure too, is what I like. Like she was very dramatic putting on the show, and Johnny Depp was, he kept his composure and everything. Answered the questions. And, but yeah, bro, I really think it's a win for men. And I think more cases, not just high profile cases like this, but just cases in general are going to be looked at a little different. When women claim, abuse, and, mental abuse, because mental abuse and physical abuse is still abuse. Yeah. And there's a lot, and the thing is with men, and why I'm happy Johnny Depp spoke up, because a lot of men don't speak up. A lot of men take the mental abuse and the physical abuse, and they're not saying nothing because they don't want to seem weak.
Right.
So they're not saying anything or not telling anybody, because statistically, and y'all can look this up, women abuse men more than men abuse women. That's why
I looked up the other way. I mean, when you talked about it, I looked it up.
Yeah.
That's a true statement.
It's a true statement. Women, and my thing is, men hit harder, so it probably affect more, but women put their hands on men way more than men put their hands on women. And mental abuse too. Like, and then there's a lot of men don't know they're being mentally abused.
And I don't want to keep playing, cause a lot of people are playing with emotional abuse too much. And I want to understand, like, don't just throw that, cause somebody said something mean, oh, you mentally abuse me. Come on, don't like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bring it back in. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we talking about, for instance, not knowing somebody going through. Women are more quick with the words. It's part of their DNA. It's part of their design. And I love that about them. I love the fact that they're quick with their thinking. Cause, you know, they're not physically strong, but they can cut you with their words quick. Like, man. So because of that, when they do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine a woman saying like, come on, would you give me something to eat? Whatever. I want to feed you dog food. Like stuff like that. It's like, oh God.
So I look like your mom. Won't you ask your mama, your mama's boy, you little punk. They'll do that, but you like, oh, you ugly. Why would you say that? Why would you call me ugly?
Yo. and the thing is, end of the day, man, it's right, yo. They quick with the words, so their words hurt even more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Plus, knowing Johnny Depp past, like he has a crazy abusive past. Like, and
and the thing was, she tried to put out there Johnny Depp's ex-wife. He threw her down the stairs, and she testified too and said that never happened.
That never happened.
So she was up there, you know, spitting out false facts. You know what I mean? And I'm just happy. I'm just happy. Go ahead.
Then it's other things too. Like when they got divorced, she was supposed to donate that $7 million to the charity. Mm-hmm. She still has it. And the lawyer was going to her like, what you doing with the money? Well, it's being pledged. And she like, pledge and donation are two different things. Right. You say you was going to give it away. If you're like, that lawyer was bad, yo, in a good way. Yeah, she was leaning in, but yeah. Don't get me wrong, ladies. I'm real big on, I still believe throughout history, like women were done dirty for overall. But we're talking about coming up to today's time. Come on, y'all. Like y'all smacking the mess out of us.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think women were done dirty throughout history, but in today's time, I feel like they're taking advantage of that.
Like, come on,
some women. Now, when we say women, mind you, we're not talking about all women. We're saying some women. We might just say women, but we do mean some women. If it don't apply to you, don't get mad. If you get mad, then we're talking about you. But some women they use that to their advantage, and like this Amber Heard chick, and it finally backfired, because if this was any other time, Johnny Depp, he would have been done.
He would have done.
He would have been done. Yeah, it wouldn't have been no case. He would have been done. His Hollywood career would have been over. All some false accusations because she's mad at him for whatever reason. And that's the whole thing with some women, is they make these accusations because they want you to hurt. Like, you know, he might have divorced her and left her, and now he's out doing great things and bigger things, and she's upset because he's not suffering the way she think he should be suffering, and now she wants to hurt him, and so she's going to make up stories and not realizing, you know, it can backfire and make her look bad. Now I'm not saying it's going to happen, but nobody might not want to deal with her now, professionally or
somebody gonna mess with her,
or privately,
somebody gonna
like
mess
that.
With her. She's still cute. She's
but them blonde white girls, they come a dime a dozen. So it's next girl up.
Don't get it wrong, yo. She fine, yo.
but I mean, honestly, I don't think she's that cute.
You don't think she's cute?
I mean, I
don't.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't think she's that cute. And then
Elon Musk thinks she's cute.
She's very ugly. She's very ugly to me now that, you know, I've seen the type of personality. I ain't gonna front. That did. I ain't gonna front. Yeah, that did. I mean, yeah. I think back in the day she was a nice looker, but now I don't think she is. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't. She not.
Elon Musk like her.
I wouldn't date her. Yeah, but he ugly too. He just got money. Like, he's an ugly dude. I don't care. Elon Musk is ugly. Give me $1 billion and I'll apologize. Like, you got it. All right, we're going to hit this last hot topic. We're going to try to be quick because we want to get into our main topic of generational curse.
Right.
This just happened yesterday, though, in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
A gunman shot up a hospital, killing 4 people before turning the gun to himself. So 5 people actually died in all. It was a hospital in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I believe the hospital was St. Francis Hospital.
St. Francis.
And yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. Is this the season of mass shooting? Like, this is the 3rd week in a row that we done had a different mass shooting. I know we had, more early in the year, but this is 3 weeks straight in 3 different cities. Like, it was Buffalo, then it was Texas, and now Oklahoma. Like,
and I guess he was black.
Yeah.
Black man.
Yeah.
And no details though. They still
so far
no details. Why he did it, who knew. Like they still looking into the whole situation.
Nah, I'm saying so far because it might not have been a black man. They might be setting somebody. Cause you know, everybody online like, well, black people don't do mass shootings and all this and that.
Did they produce a face? Did they produce? I ain't see a face. They said black, but they ain't see a face. That's suspect right there. That's kind of sus.
I like they could be trying to set somebody up because
he
might not have been black, but they might just say he black. I'm gonna shoot him. We're gonna kill him and say he was the shooter. I'm just saying this is how this world thinks. So
I don't know.
They will hold this story, but
remember the DC sniper? DC sniper years ago?
Yeah, that
was Jamaican.
I mean, it wasn't good, but
you said I was good. What the?
No, I don't mean it was good like him killing people, but it was like that got people like oh
yeah,
snap.
I remember that
because everybody just knew it was some white boys.
He was white. Man was
everybody just knew that was some white boy. It was 2 niggas in the back
in the trunk
shooting up people.
Hey. So it's a sad thing to hear and all that good stuff, man. And prayers go out to the families because there's no details of if it was employees or patients of the 4 people that he shot. It said it was a mixture, and then him shooting himself, and no picture was produced, no real motive, no letter, nothing was produced yet. So we're looking into it. And you know what, yo?
I do want to know why though.
I want to know why too. And somebody got to know him and say like, how was he the day before? Oh, I met with him. Yeah, he was down this and third. His social media, because that's one of the biggest things, which you post on social media last couple of days, stuff like that. And it's
If it is truly a black man that did this, I can almost guarantee they're not going to claim mental health.
Yo, all right, so follow up next week because we're gonna still. You got me interested now, yo. No, that's real.
Because when it's come to black people, it's never mental health. It's thug and this and this and this. But when white people, even the Mexican guy from the Texas shooting, they claiming mental health. But when it's the brothers or the black people, it's not
Chris, mental
health.
I'm about to say something, and I am healthily. Is that a word? Is that a word? Healthily?
It is now.
It is now. Healthily. I am a conspiracy to a degree. To a degree. My thing is, again, why all these shootings suddenly coming out? Right?
They're trying to hide something.
Senate seats are up for grabs. Are they really trying to push something? Gun rights and stuff like that is really what's on the table for a minute.
Yeah.
And what else is going on? Because, a bill was I think it was just signed or it's up in the air about how police are going to deal with pursuing people of being even more aggressive or not. I mean, I ain't gonna go on it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm not gonna go on details.
That's the bill you sent to me. Yeah.
Just saying.
Wow.
Just saying. It's every time there's an election going on, there's always some type of, and granted, real people died. Let's not forget 9/11.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop right there. Just saying. We're not crazy over here, mama boys. We're not crazy. Yeah. And I'm not one of those.
I'm a conspiracy theorist to a point too. Yeah.
But 1 + 1 is 2, Chris.
Right.
Just saying, man. Let's not be dumb over here. Like, come on, yo. But I'll leave it at that. Because there's really all speculation end of the day without real true facts.
We'll get into it. We can talk about it more next week. That
I really want to.
Well, we do want to get into our main topic. Generational curse. Like, what have you learned as a kid that you won't pass down to your kids? I'll let you go first, man.
So it's a mixture of stuff. I don't know which one is more, but so when it comes to like a curse, y'all understand. I don't want y'all getting all spooky with it. It's also dealing with a mindset. You know what I mean? Things you keep letting go through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some things are to the spiritual realm in the sense of what I believe. I do believe the devil exists. Do believe in demons. That's just me. I'm a Christian. I believe the whole Bible. That's me. All right. So, but when it comes down to what you do to your kids, like beatings, like at the end of the day, one of my main things is how many times I know a lot of people got beatings, how much we used to beat. I started out like that and I had to stop. Like, I didn't want to continue thinking I gotta beat my kids or thinking everything is a belt. Everything is a switch. Everything is grab you by the collar or whatever the case may be. Not knowing that stuff was, borderline abuse. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is one of those things. The other thing is, I don't know how you feel about that, is that poverty mindset. That, doing things being broke. So, spending money, not teaching us credit or not telling us how bills work, what to invest in, what not to invest in. So poverty, I think that's really one. I led with the beating thing, just to touch on it, but one of the biggest things is poverty. That curse is being ignorant and not letting. I remember one time, my mom, she was paying the bills and or whatever. And my mom had one job. She worked overtime. Really with one mother. Yeah, it was me and my brother and my sister. And I remember she used to maneuver, rob Peter to pay Paul, stuff like that, whatever. She did a great job, don't get wrong. My mom bought a house, 1 acre of land, all that good stuff, whatever. Hands up to my mom. I don't give a crap. Like, my mom did that. So, and I don't remember seeing any food stamp. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just saying. I love my mom that she did things with cash. So, but, that poverty mindset, and I remember she was, paying bills of that nature, whatever. And it was like, I didn't learn nothing though. I watched. I didn't learn nothing. And I remember my mom told me, she said, don't get a credit card. Whatever you do, don't get a credit card. I ain't get my first credit card till I was 30. Yeah. Cause I was always afraid to get a credit card, but I understood credit, but I never got a credit card. So I got other things that deal with credit, like buying a car, financing a car, stuff like that deal with my credit. I did all that. So when it came down to poverty and not knowing certain things, I make sure my kids know about, this is how money works. This is how money moves. This you should do. Everything is not a beating. Some things is just a conversation. Explaining. Let me teach you why. I ain't got to say this, I say so. Well, it is I say so, but let me tell you why I say so. Stuff like that, whatever. I know I kind of went all over the place a little bit.
No. Let's stay right there because I like that. That was something I was going to say too about explaining to your kids. We grew up in that era where it was I say so, and you better not question what I say. Yeah, just do what I say. And that's the end of that. And you ask why, I'm gonna pop you in your mouth or I'm gonna whoop your butt. I'm like that too, bro. I'm like that too, where I want to explain to my children so they know, but to an extent for me, because I want to get it to a point where if I say it, you trust my word.
You
know what I mean?
You're right.
Yeah, like you trust my word. Like if I say, hey, don't go over there, you trust me enough not to go over there. You know what I mean? Like I might tell you later why not go over there, but at this moment, I don't have time. Maybe it's a dog coming right now. I don't have time to sit and explain to you, hey, don't go over there. It's a dog coming. Right. You know, the dog gonna run up on you, he gonna bite you, and then you gonna hurt. And by the time I say all that, you done got bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I do explain to my kids and things like that. Like, look, this is going to happen. Cause that's just the way I am. And now, and people that work with me and, you know, on my plays and stuff, I always explain to them cause I always say, if you know, you do better.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
When I direct plays and stuff, I say, if you know the background of the story or where I'm trying to go with it, you'll act better. You'll bring out the part better. And that's the same thing, you know, I do with my kids and even my wife. Like if she don't know something, I'm trying to explain to her, like, look, and even on this show, like when me and you, when I first approached you about doing this show together, I told you, I said, I just don't want to say nothing. Like just don't tell me an answer. Give me your reason behind the answer. Right. You know what I mean? And I always want to operate that in every aspect of my life. Like, look, kids, this is the type of credit card you want to look for. This is the type of, you know, I can't think of the word right now, but, you know, this is the type of money you want to do and you know, the percentage you want to look for and then, you know, how much you should spend and what you should spend it on. Don't just be out here going to the movies, buying pizza and stuff like that. Like, you know, use it productively and about, you know, money management. Because a lot of, I told my daughter the other day, I said, a lot of people are not broke. I said, they just have poor money management. So they seem broke. Like a lot of people shouldn't be living paycheck to paycheck. They just have poor money management. And I've learned that from my aunt. My aunt taught me about money management. And I don't have it perfected now, but I know enough where I don't have to be broke no more. Like it's been years since I had to borrow money from somebody or actually, you know, when my mom was alive, I had to ask her for money. Like my mom was borrowing money from me. It got to that point. And yet and still, you know, my bills are paid and all this and that. My you know, we got food in the house. You know, we still go out, have fun, you know, buy stuff because the management of money is getting perfected. And that's what I want to pass down to my kids because it wasn't taught to me. Like you said, you know, we both came from single parent homes. Mom did the best she could, but honestly, my mom had poor money management.
Right.
She did. And then on top of that, my mom gave all her money to the church. You know what I mean? And then what she had left is like you said, rob Peter to pay Paul. Like I've seen that. You know what I mean? And then, you know, my mom later years, she got better with it, but you know, eventually, you know, she passed away, but,
you said a whole lot right now.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest things that, you know, I do want to teach my kids. Like, and it's good to instill this in them while they're young, because when they get old, they're going to be like, oh, well, you just talking. You don't know, you old, whatever. Like, no, I want to keep this pattern while you're young. So when we get to a point and I tell you something, you don't question it.
Right.
All right.
No,
that's my dad. Yeah.
Dad knows what's going.
He's not going to tell me nothing wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if he do, I know he got my back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I tell my wife that too. Like, look, I'm not going to tell you nothing wrong. Like, if I mess up and I tell you something wrong, trust me, it's not on purpose. It's by accident. Right. But trust and know I'm going to be here with you to get us out of this. We're going to work on this together. So don't go to nobody else asking for advice about our finances or what we should do in our house. Like, it's cool to get advice, but you don't have to take that to heart. All right, take what they told you, bring it back to me. Let's discuss
talk about it.
See talk about it and get the best plan for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
not concrete.
Yeah, it's not concrete. So and when you said that, like, that hit a nerve, because I'm like, that's one of the things I want to teach my kids that wasn't taught to me. And another thing is the whole mindset of kicking your kids out at 18.
Yeah. Like, let's talk about that.
I want to talk about that because it's two things. And I think me and you talked about it a few weeks ago when we brought this up. It was a big thing on social media where they say what we need to stop doing is kicking our kids out at 18. Now, I wasn't kicked out at 18. My mom did not kick me out. Now, I did have to contribute to the household. Right. Once I graduated high school and I got a job because I didn't go to college. My mom said, if you're not going to college, you're going to get a job, you're going to contribute to the house, which is fair. I didn't believe it was fair at the time, but getting older, I appreciate it because it's why I am today, especially with my bills.
Right.
No, we should not be kicking our kids out at 18 because number one, they're still babies. Mentally, they're still childish. They don't know a lot of stuff. They don't know how to, do their own bills. Like like we said earlier, you should be teaching them along the way. So when they get to this point, they can, because God forbid if something happened to you, they can't go into the foster care because they're legally
grown. They're legally.
So, they should be knowing something, by the time they get 18. It don't have to be perfected, but you should be teaching about money management. So when they get to that age and they feel comfortable moving out, they can. But but I will say that to say, it is some knucklehead kids out here that need to be kicked out.
I mean, depending on what you do.
Yeah, because they get to a point where, I'm grown now. I can do what I want to do, but I'm going to still live in your house.
Yeah, if you disrespect we ain't rolling that way. Yeah. We ain't rolling that way. And you said something that's real big, like far as that kicking out thing. And it's like, let me lean on some parents real quick, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little angry when you said that in the sense of why y'all so quick to kick your kids out? What is that about? Honestly, it's something to do with the money too, because it's like you trying to live, like just take care of you, like all you on your own. You gotta get out of here because that was done to you. Understand? I'm the same time. My mom didn't kick me out. I moved out. My mom ain't kicked me out though. I did move out of my own. She didn't kick me out. But my whole thing is, why y'all so quick to kick your kids out? They don't know nothing. 18 means they're legally responsible for their actions with the cops and legals and the courts and whatever case may be. And you're not responsible for them no more. That's all that means. It doesn't mean they're ready for the world. They don't know nothing. And it's like, and then how many of y'all, and a lot of people say, man, I wish I never left. If I could do it again, I would have stayed with my mom. I would have stayed at my parents' house.
Stacked up.
You know what I'm saying? You would enjoy that room you had and not worry about having your own apartment.
Enjoyed your youth.
You would enjoy your youth. And you would in a better position. And that's going to put them in a better position. Instead of you trying to get out of here and then make them feel on their own. That's like, come on, man. That's done, people. That is not the way things are done. It's not the way it's done.
And bro, I think that really ties back to what we said earlier about explaining stuff because, me and you both said it and we know people that said it like, dad, man, if I can go back to my youth or, I would stay home a little longer, stacked up, so I can, be financially stable. And, and then we go through things in life, be like, dad, mom was right, man. But the thing was, moms never explained. They just told you.
Exactly.
So that's why when we said earlier to explain to your kids, like it's okay to explain to them why you doing certain things or certain things. Now, granted, depending on their age, I think you should shelter them from some stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
They shouldn't be knowing everything.
Yeah.
But some stuff they should be knowing, like, preparing them for adulthood. Like my daughter's 16, like we're preparing her for adulthood. Like, look, this is going to happen. Like you're getting to that age where you're going to become an adult now. And, like you said, legally an adult, like mentally you might not be there yet, but that way when they get to that age and some stuff happens, they can think back on what mom and dad said.
Right.
Be like, okay, and they can handle situations better.
Right.
And then they will be better off in life. So that's why we encourage you to explain to your kids why you're doing certain things. Or even when you're paying bills, show them how to write a check out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Show them how to balance a checkbook. I know a lot of people don't do that no more. A lot of stuff is electronic, but let them know
how things
work. You
know
what I mean? Yeah, talk about money. Like I teach my kids. This is one of my kids because I'm a math freak. Like I calc everything in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always teach my kids, always know how much money you got before you walk in the store.
Right.
Always. One of the most embarrassing things is you trying to pay for something and you ain't got no money. Like I say, I know how much money I got on all my credit cards. I know how much cash I got in my pocket. I know how much money I got in the bank.
Right.
So if I go somewhere, and my wife knows that too, because I handle the finances in our house, and we'll talk about that too. Gender roles in the house. That's another topic we want to talk about, but, because my wife knows I'm better with money and the way calculated, so sometimes we be in the store and she'll say, "Oh, can we afford this?" And I'll be like, yeah, we can afford it. We can
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That way, we're still good. We're comfortable. We're not broke, whatever. We can afford it. Bam, let's do it. So, kids need to understand that. You need to teach the kids. Like, don't hold all this information to yourself. And then when they get old and you feel like they should know it, but they was never taught, and you get mad at them.
It's your fault.
What's wrong with you? Like, no, it's your fault. And trust me, I'm guilty of it too, because I still do it at times. I look at my kids and be like, why don't you know this? And it's like, they were never taught.
Don't get me wrong. It ain't all bad, because at the same time, your kids should be learning about watching it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some things about observation.
Yeah.
Why haven't you been I tell my kids all the time, watch me. Sometimes I don't stop and tell you. You need to listen. Be nosy.
And that's how I've learned a lot too, bro. By watching.
They don't watch no more. So some things, these kids, they got to start watching their parents and ask questions. What that mean? What that mean? What that mean? And parents don't say, mind your business. Tell them what it, unless it's, I don't know, depending on what it is. Don't say, mind your business. Explain it. Break it down. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I got a 21-year-old, whatever, great credit score, whatever. He got a child. So guess what we had to do? He doing a lot of things that I ain't say, but I see how he moved. He moved based upon how he saw me work.
Watch.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I got an 8-year-old son. My son turned 18. The first thing we did was...
Wait, hold on. So you a pop-pop?
Oh, yeah, I'm a grandpapa.
Ah, man. Y'all see how he just try to
I thought you knew. I didn't know. I thought you knew. He had last.
Yo, you know what? I think I did know, because I think I messaged you.
But they ain't know. If y'all ain't know, I'm a grandpa. I'm a 38-year-old grandpa.
He a pop-pop.
I'm a pop-pop, man. I want to give him soon. And he had him last year, 2021. And
nice.
Yeah, and then my son, he turned 18. One of the things we did, got him a credit card, 2 bank accounts. We gonna learn about some things. But my thing is in increments. But you don't put it on them to say you should know this by now.
Right.
And you ain't teach them nothing. Then don't blame the school system. Yeah, you are supposed to teach them this.
You can't trust them, because trust me, they're not learning money in school.
No, they're not. That's your job.
Not. They're programming them to be
workers.
Paycheck to paycheck workers.
So
like
parents.
That movie. I don't know. You ever seen that movie B?
With, the Bumblebee? You talking about?
Yeah, the cartoon movie.
Jerry Springer.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Springer, what the heck?
Jerry Seinfeld. You ever seen that? Yeah. That movie has a good message in there.
What you mean?
Because you see how they went to the school, they graduated, and then they assigned them work.
Right.
And he was like, well, what do we do here? He's like, we worked, because that was one of the reasons why he branched off and went out to the world.
Right.
Because he's like, we just work till we die. And it was like all them people was dying, and then they was like replacing them as they worked. So it was like that. And I was like, yo, that's how we live in life.
Yeah, that's like, hands down.
We get programmed a certain way in school.
Yep.
And then we live life
according to that.
We live life according to that. And that's why a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. They don't know stuff because they were never taught. It's like, why are you not teaching this in school? Like, you're teaching us about Christopher Columbus. We don't care about Christopher Columbus.
But I think it's I think the parents should teach the money stuff though. I don't think the school
No.
system.
I totally agree with you, but I'm just saying this stuff should be in school as well.
Oh, okay.
Because you're teaching us unnecessary stuff. Like, honestly, I don't even think history should be taught in school. I think that might be a college elective, because why do I care?
No, I think that should be.
Maybe a certain extent, but why do I care Christopher Columbus, which we all know he didn't? Why do I need to know he discovered America? Like, how is that helping me now?
I mean, other history though.
Bro,
history is important.
No, history, because I love history. I'm saying I love history. That was my second favorite subject in school. Right. But some history shouldn't be taught. It's like, who cares?
Oh, like emphasizing on more stuff that's like irrelevant.
Yeah. That affects your life.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't care about this, because it's like, all right, I'm grown. Nobody's ever asked me who discovered America ever since I've been grown.
I get what you're saying.
After I wrote that answer on the test of Christopher Columbus, that question was never asked to me again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And certain electives and certain stuff in school, like, all right, you got music and art and all that. Why you couldn't have a credit class?
Yeah. But we know why though.
Yeah. I mean, we know why, but I'm just throwing it out there so maybe we can get something going. Somebody that's listening, we can get it going.
I don't want to be a party people. They ain't doing that, yo. It's a part of the plan.
We know that, but we really us as parents need to
step up,
be that, yeah,
and say something too. PPA pro, like if you part of the parent, whatever, or part of the school system, get involved. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they could put certain things. They have home economics, like, you know what I'm saying? I remember that had that in I was surprised that my son take that. They have like a cooking class in the high school that he go to. And I was like, what? I was like, oh, that's what's up. Like, I didn't know they did home economics anymore. I thought they squashed that. I thought that went out the door.
A lot of schools took it out. A lot of schools.
Yeah. And why? That was a life class.
Goldtown don't even do it no more. And you know, when we was in school, they had it.
They don't have all the time.
Yeah.
We just sew and all that.
Yep.
And that was a life skill. Like, you learn about
that's
life.
That's how I know how to sew now. My wife was looking at me like, you know how to sew? I was like, yeah, I learned this in home ec. In middle school.
Yep.
I took it in high school too.
Parents, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So school system not going to pick it up. It's already set up for you to fit into the system that they created. So you got to teach them the system itself so they can work outside of that stupid, let me calm down, of that system. Like, you know what I mean? And yo, you said something earlier, yo, you said trust, yo. So my thing is, you said, like, you know how hard, I don't know. If you tell your child, stop running, or they don't know how to listen to you, and whatever, and I ain't got time to tell you, you said a dog with a car coming, or X, Y, and Z. That trust factor is huge. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think parents, you know what I mean? I love the youth. So I'm about to go on a little rant. I apologize, yo.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yo, they are sponges, yo. They don't know nothing. From the time they're born, first of all, they ain't asked to be here. Chris, did you have a say so when you was born, yo?
Not at all.
No. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you was born into this saying, I'm here. And then you brought them here. Whether it was a hot, you know what I'm saying? You was just a little Saturday night, one night stand, or it was a planned out situation. A booty call. I was trying to be more like a filter, but booty call. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be your hood translation.
You be my hood translation? All right, cool. So my thing is, wherever it was, you brought that child here. And you brought that child here, that child is a blank canvas. That child don't know nothing, they experience nothing. You are its first community. Like, you know what I'm saying? They already said that the mom is the first love of the son. Like, a baby actually falls in love with their parent. Literally, romantically. They're proving it. Like, you're their first love. You're their first experience of the world. Whatever you are, they think that's how the world is. And now, if you add to that community, like brother, sister, mom, dad, then cousins, then friends, play dates, whatever, then they go to the school system that messes up maybe what you taught them, if you even teaching them. And we're talking about 8, 9, 10, 12. like I'm 13, this and third. And we ain't even talk about, what your body goes through. They ain't even ask to be here. Whatever they know is what you expose them to. And we know we can't control everything. You're not with them 24/7. We get it. We got it. Good. But at the end of the day, you are to say so. So for you to say, I say so, there should be a growth with the trust for them to say, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. We get that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And them not worrying about, man, I'm at a certain age and you say something to you and your kids don't trust you. Now, here go the other rant. Parents. I see parents that get mad about stuff because what situation you in. Like, if the child asks, hey, mom, dad, can we go to Six Flags or can we get this and that or whatever? I will see parents get mad.
Yeah.
Granted, I was once that person, so I'm not sitting here going on other people. I will see parents get mad saying, no, you always want stuff this and that, third, whatever. No, and you get angry, not because they want something, because you know you probably don't got it. Yep. We understand, like, you mad because you ain't got it. I don't know how many times my son asked for something when he was smaller. And I'm like, put that down. This and third, don't touch nothing. Because at the time I know I didn't have it. And I hated the fact that I didn't have it. Mm-hmm. And for myself being vulnerable, being transparent, my thing is I didn't like the way that felt. And I took it out on the child. Not saying I did something to him, just, getting a little upset.
Right.
So again, that affects the trust. Like, I just asked for something. You jumping on me about that? Like, dad.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So.
Be scared to ask you again.
Yeah, you said something real, though. That's huge, yo, with that trust. And that's a generational curse. The simple fact that the disconnect between that's a whole subject, yo. Like, this parenting and all that good stuff, whatever, because I don't want to get off
Can I trust you?
Can I trust you?
Yeah.
Shoot, man. Like, some of you don't even like y'all kids. Let me leave that alone. That's not that.
Yeah, we're going to have to touch on that too soon, man. But yeah, man, that trust, man, that's a generational curse itself.
Gotta break that curse,
man. You gotta break that curse, that between the parents and the children.
Ooh.
It's like and then with my kids, what I do is when I say something, I try my best to follow through with it. Because that can break a trust too. Like,
major key.
All right. Yeah. Like, cause I tell my wife too, I was like, all right, if you said you're going to whoop them, then you gotta whoop them. Like, you gotta do it. Cause if you keep crying wolf, then they're going to be like, oh, well, mom just saying that, she ain't going to do nothing. I'm like, kids ain't dumb. I say, even me, like, if I'm like, look, you do that again, I'm going to tear you behind up.
Yep.
And if they do it again, I have to tear their behind
up, even
if I don't want to.
Keep your word.
Now they know, all right, well, dad ain't playing. Like, I got on my son the other day and I was like, I said, you better get this thing clean. And if it ain't clean by the time I get home, man, you going to have problems. And I said, I ain't playing with you. I said, you know how I am. How about I got home and it was clean? Because he knew dad don't play.
He trusted you.
Yeah. He trusted
yo, that's huge.
He trusted my words, and then, and it's not. I'm not going to sit here and say it's just me, chastising my kids. It's if my son or my daughter, any one of my sons or my daughter ask me for something, I would tell, hey, look, yeah, I'm gonna get it for you. That's it. They know dad gonna get it because they can trust it. Same way with their mom. If their mom say, yeah, I'm gonna do it, they can trust that. You know what I mean? And then I'm about to preach for a minute.
Go ahead, yo.
That's the way we need to be with God.
Mm.
That's exactly how we need to be with God. If God say he's going to do something, trust and believe that he's going to do it. It's not going to be on your time. It's going to be on his time because his time is the best time, even though he don't work in time. But for the sake of this argument, his time is the best time. He may not come when you want, but he's always on time. That's not scripture. It's the song. So don't go try to go look it up. But,
it's still, no, that's his nature.
It's the nature.
That's his MO.
I did a monologue a couple years ago, and one of the things I said in there, I said we say we trust until it's time to trust. Like, God, I trust you, but when it's time to trust him, we doubting him. And the same thing, our relationship with our kids. That's why, Christ said we need to have like a childlike mind, because we need to act like that. Like when parents say something to kids, the kids believe it. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go take y'all for ice cream when y'all get out of school. They whole day they thinking about ice cream.
Yep, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, oh yeah, telling their friends, yeah, when I get home, my dad gonna take me out for ice cream. My dad said he gonna do this. I know my youngest son does it a lot. That's why certain times, like if I'm not sure, I won't tell him. Like I'll tell him right before we about to do it. I'll be like, hey, we going for ice cream, let's go. I won't promise him, because sometimes as an adult, things come up. We all know that. And then that's when you need to be open and honest with your kids. Like, hey, look, I know I promised you I was getting you these sneakers today, but this happened. But I do get some money later on in the week, and I'm gonna get that for you. All right. So I just hope you understand. And then that's up for them to understand. Okay. That's fine. I understand.
The reason behind it.
Yeah. And then when you get that, don't make a habit out of it. When you get it, they trust you. Okay, yeah, dad just, something happened. He couldn't get it, but he was a man of his word. He would wind up and get it. So that's that building that trust, especially with your kids and even with your spouse too. Like, I was always taught your word is your bond.
Right.
And I take pride on that. Like, when I tell E I'm going to be on in 15 minutes, I'm going to be on in 15 minutes, even though he not. But he said he was.
We building trust.
He know what I mean? He losing my trust that he gonna be on time. You
put your trust in God, then.
Hey, if y'all don't know, y'all gotta check out my Instagram live. That statement, but it's hilarious.
That's real though. That's real.
But yeah, man. Like it's about a trust building, man, and that's a generational curse. Right there,
listen, the thing is, and let's be 100. Prayer works. I'm all for prayer. Some things not even about prayer. It's about you implementing principles.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, let me pray that they're going to listen to me. I'm not saying don't do that. Do that. Who knows what other things is going on in saying third prayer. I would always pray. But man, there's some things that it's not even about prayer. It's about you implement what God already told you. Mm-hmm. And one thing you said that was so important, bro, like your relationship with God. I believe the better relationship you have with God, the better person you can be to people or to your kids.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So it's like at the end of the day, when you know that God keeps his word, it makes you more convicted to keep your word.
Keep your word. Yep.
And the excitement that your kids have when you say something and they know what's going to happen, that makes you feel so good. Like, you know what I'm saying? As a person, like as a parent. And then you're teaching them, don't just say something you can't do. Keep your word. So now you're building a generation of people of keeping their word. Now we stopping the lie. That's another thing. You're stopping people becoming liars. Y'all, I don't think y'all understood how this went. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That one trust word that Chris said, went like, you saw the whole path. We just created
domino effect.
Domino effect.
Yeah.
That's hands down. That was good, man. Like, come on, parents. We believe in y'all.
Yeah, we got to do, and we talking to ourselves too. We not sitting up here acting like we're perfect, because it's still a learning process, and sometimes we still fall into them old ways that we were taught. Because I'm telling you, do it because I caught myself a few times. Because I said so.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or or sometimes I don't feel like explaining right now. I tell, look, I explain to you later.
I don't.
Right now, I don't feel like talking.
And then,
just do it.
Chris, at the same time, we're teaching our kids how to think. So let's go through the healthier way.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I say no, put it together. How many times you told your kids, why you think I told you that?
Yeah.
Or, like, you know what I'm saying? Why you think I said that? And it's like the answer's right in front of them. So people, let me, I don't want y'all, we're not talking the way we say so because of out of your frustration. That's not what we're saying. We're saying we say so in a sense of, I'm expecting you to use your brain.
Yeah.
to think this out.
I can lead you to water, but I can't make you drink.
Can't make you drink. So don't think like, oh, that's why I do it. No. Don't jump on this horse and say that's why you do it. Excuse me. So you can keep on doing it. No. Motive. Your motive behind why you say I say so. And you're right about that, yo. So like it's sometimes I don't want to explain.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when we say we don't have to explain, it's in the sense of it has nothing to do with. Sometimes it might be above their head. You might be 8 years old. Well, the reason why we can't do it, you won't even understand if I did explain it to you. You probably looking at me like, You ain't know what, you understand what I just said. Yep. Just understand there's an issue. I'm handling it. But right now, somebody might have passed away. Who knows? Yep. Whatever. You might be going through something. And then here we go. We can speak on the dad part. And how many times we are expected, and even of ourselves, to show strength. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we like end of the day, we have to show the foundation of stability. You know what I mean? So you said a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like
and let me give you a negative of why when you don't explain to your kids stuff. I remember I was young. I was real young. I was maybe about 8 or 9. And my dad, I went outside with no shoes on. I had socks on. And my dad was like, don't come outside without your shoes, with just your socks on. Don't come outside with just your socks on. So I was a little ornery little kid. I went out and did it again. My dad grabbed me by my ankles, flipped me upside down with my butt. Mm-hmm. To this day, he never explained to me why I can't be outside without my socks on. And I'm still like that. Like, bro, you won't catch me outside with just my socks. You know how people just walk around socks, no shoes on?
Right.
To this day, you won't catch me. I either got some slides on, I got some sneakers, but I'm never outside. And I tell my kids that. And one day, my son was like, why we can't go outside with just our socks on? I had no answer.
Whoa, Dad.
I didn't know what to tell him. All I had to say, well, that's the way I grew up.
That's good.
I had no answer because the truth is we have a washing machine. When you take them off, you're going to put them in the dirty clothes. We're going to wash them. They're going to be clean again. And that's it. So there's no reason why you can't go outside with just your socks on. But I was taught not to go, but I not to go outside with just my socks on, but there was no reason. There was no explanation of why I couldn't. It was one of them because I say so type situations again. And then it programmed me, even today as a 37-year-old man, don't go outside with just your socks on. You know what I mean? So it's an effect that went down for. Now, what if my son never would have asked me that? He would have grew up teaching his kid that. They would have grew up teaching their kid that, and so on and so on. And nobody knew why we can't go outside with just our socks on. Exactly.
Yo. Hey, y'all, don't get it twisted, y'all. We saying socks, but there's so many things.
I'm using socks as an example.
That's an example.
It's so many other things that wasn't explained to you, cause at the time he could have said, hey, don't come outside with just the socks on because it's some mud in here. You don't want to get tracked in the house. Or some nails are sticking out. I don't want you to cut your feet or some glass in it. Something. Still to this day, I don't know why.
Make your socks more dingy or something like that, whatever.
Yeah, more dingy or whatever, or they're not going to be no good. You can cut them up and then we got to buy you new ones. Right. And that's money spent. Right. I can see all that.
Yeah,
but that was never explained. And then I'm like, whoa, well, why? Well, I don't know why. You just can't. Don't ask me that. You just can't. Put some shoes on. You know what I mean?
And then that's, so how do you handle the, like your kid told you, did your kid say to you, why?
Yeah, he like, but and it wasn't an ignorant why, like, why we can't, like, why we can't.
How did you handle it? Like, did you handle it whatever?
I handled it like a G. And my wife told me, she said, you know what? I'm proud of you.
But I was just like,
Yeah, I owned up to it because I'm
up.
just like, I don't know. I don't know why you can't go outside with no socks on. Because I was always taught don't go outside with your socks on, but I don't know why. So now go outside with your socks on. Or if I tell them don't go outside, hey, there's some stuff over there.
Right.
Or there's some dog poop over there.
Right.
You don't want to step in and get in your socks.
Right.
You know, it might not come out, you know, throw it away.
Right.
Or like I said earlier, your stuff can get cut up. We ain't really got money like that to be buying no extra socks and stuff like that.
For no reason.
So,
right.
You know, yeah, it's a reason behind and stuff. And that's why I try to, I just try to, you know, teach people, you know, especially my kids, like give a reasoning of why, you know, you do what you do. You know what I mean?
And you know what, man?
Yeah. And come to the point where you can trust. All right. So if I say, hey, don't go outside with the socks on, ain't no questions asked. My dad said don't go outside with socks on, so I'm not going to go. I'm going to put some shoes on.
Dang, yo, that's huge, yo. I don't even know how huge you think that is. Cause at the end of the day, yo, a curse technically means an empowerment to fail. So what we really talking about, y'all, is stop empowering failure.
Yeah.
So like no explanations or not building the trust.
Yeah.
Or not educating or humbling. You own that and show your kids humility. There's nothing wrong to apologize to your kids if you did something. And like, you know, I don't know how many times I told my kids, you know what? I'm sorry, son. Yep. You know what I mean? So it's like showing you can apologize.
Yeah, apologize. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's big. That's good. That's big.
Like it's okay to be wrong and show them, you know what I mean? Yo, I thought this, Dad was wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah. You letting them know no matter how big you are, you could still mess up and you need to apologize. That's going to make your kids humble.
Yeah. And I'm big on that too. I'm big on that. If I wrong my kid, even if they don't know and I found out, I'm going to go back and apologize. Like my daughter, even though she was wrong, but the way I handled it, I was wrong. And I went and apologized for the way I handled it. Not what I said, but how I said it. And my daughter looked at me and I'm sorry too, Dad.
Boom.
You know what I mean? Cause she knew she was wrong, but I knew I was wrong the way I handled it and talking to her.
And she followed you.
And she said, it's okay, Dad. I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have did what I did.
Come on, man.
And I'm going to say this and, you know, we can close the show.
Yeah.
One of the greatest gifts, and my brother said this to me and it made so much sense. One of the greatest things that can be like a compliment to a parent is your child growing up and not needing you.
Ooh. Say that again, yo.
One of the greatest compliments to a parent is your child growing up and not needing you. Because that means you did your job.
Did your job, yo.
I raised you right. Now, I'm not talking about once in a while you just need to talk to dad or mom. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about overall, you raised a good person. They don't need to borrow money. They don't need to do this. They don't need to do that. Like, that is a compliment. And there's so many parents thrive on their kids needing them, even as adults, where they hold back information from them so they would need them. And that is a curse. That is a generational curse. Teach your kids now. They won't need you. So your kids will be good. So God forbid if something happens to you, your kids know what to do. They will be good. That is an accomplishment to you as a parent. Like, when people tell me how well behaved my kids are, or they're a pleasure to have in my class, they're so respectful, their manners is A+, this says a lot about you as a parent. That is a good thing.
Wow.
I'm so pleased to see this on my kids' report cards. Your child is a pleasure to have in my class. They're so respectful. They work well with others. That is an accomplishment. That is good. That's what we want to see because we're building a better future. We're building better people for the future. So
bro.
don't be afraid of that. Don't get depressed. Oh, my child don't need me. Oh, no. That's a good thing.
That's a great thing, yo.
That's a good thing.
Dad.
A good thing. So don't shy away from that. Your child, at the end of the day, your child should know everything you know. And so they can take that and run with it, enhance it. So when they teach their child or some other young kid, they'll know. And then they can take that and run with it. And then they can take that and run with it. So that is a good thing. My brother said that too. He said, I just want you to know everything I know. And that's why I take my kids out there. I taught my boys how to change the tire. I taught them how to change brakes. I taught them how to change oil. You know, I taught them, how to cut grass. I taught them how to be well-respected young human beings.
Yep.
You need to know what I know. My daughter wants to be in the entertainment business. She wants to be an actress. I'm teaching her what I know. This is what you need to look for. Because a lot of stuff I had to learn on my own. I had to learn the hard way.
Mm.
And I know, especially in the black household, they'd be like, oh, well, it wasn't handed down to me, so they got to work for their own. Why?
Oh, my God, man. Come on, yo.
Why?
Yo.
These white folk out here ain't doing this. Their kids and I don't fault them for this. They kids running multi-million-dollar companies because it was inherited to them. Why we can't do the same? Why we can't help our kids out? Why we can't build businesses and hand them down to our kids?
No,
whether they fulfill it or not, they still should know what you know. Like, look, I got a multi-million-dollar company. You can still be the CEO, but you can let somebody else run it and then go do your other career choice. This is money for you. This is what I'm leaving you. Or if I'm dead and gone, you want to sell it, that's another check for you. But you hear, nah. I had it rough, so they got to learn on their own. Like, no.
Yo, that's sad.
Some stuff they don't have to learn on their own. They don't. Some stuff they do, but a lot of stuff they don't have to learn on their own. You can teach them to prevent them. Like I'm not going to go down the path and I see a mountain lion and I come back and my son say, oh, I'm about to go for a jog down there. And then my wife will say, didn't you say it was a mountain lion down there? Yeah, it is. But he gonna have to learn.
He gonna learn. He gonna learn.
He gonna learn. He'll be back. No, tell him it's a mountain lion down there so he won't go. Cause the chance is he might not come back like you did.
Oh, pause on that.
Pause.
Let's go ahead and lean on that. He might not come back. When I say that is, what if they do something stupid because they learn like you, and they take the wrong drug? They might not come back the way they left home. Their head might be jacked up. What if she leave and come back with something in her stomach? Now she's pregnant. What if they come back with something in their system? Now they gotta go to the doctor. Now they need medication. Sometimes the things you
wore the wrong colors in the wrong neighborhood.
Right. Now you come back with scars. We understand that big comeback you just said about that mountain lion, yo, is in many areas. And you keep letting your kids go out here and experience how to get over a curse that you had to get over, they might not come back the same way. They're going to come back even worse and then come to a point where they can't even come back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like that's not how we do. That's not how it goes. No. You should be able and enable them to be the best them. Matter of fact, I tell my kids all the time, I want you to be better than me. If you're better than like your 25-year-old and my 25 should be different. Like, you know what I'm saying? You should not be at my level when I was 25. Yep. I'm 38 right now. When my kids turn 38, you should not be at my level. Either mentally, spiritually, in any facet. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you should empower them to be better than you. And I'm going to say this is don't hate on your kids' future because they got a better opportunity than you. Yeah. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Embrace that. Embrace that, man. Embrace it. Come on, man. Yeah. We might gotta come back on this another day about that one. It's a whole lot.
We gonna have, man, let's do that. Part 2. We're gonna have part 2 next week of Generational Curse, man, because this is good and there's a lot more we need to talk about.
It's a lot more.
So we're gonna end this because I think we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. Yeah. But this was a well necessary conversation. We're gonna have a part 2. We're gonna try to get a guest next week. We don't know who it is, but we might throw him. If not, he still got me and E. I know y'all love hearing our baritone voices.
The baritone.
Ooh, yeah. Casey,
JoJo,
Devontae. Yo, man. Oh my God. Listen, man. Yeah, we're gonna do a part 2 of Generational Curse. It's a lot more that we need to say. But we're gonna end it here, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Man, my last words is, man, just love people like you want to be loved, man. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And this world will definitely be a better place, man. And word is bond. And there it is.
I ain't hear that in a while. Word is bond. Word to your mother.
Word is bond. Last words, brother.
Man, you said something that was key, and it was basically, man, get right with God, man. Like, he knows all. He is there for you. He loves you. You know what I'm saying? Learn to love him back. If you know he loves you, learn to love him back. He loves you. He's not going anywhere. His arms is always open, like that prodigal son. So I don't care where you at in your life. He's right there waiting. And, there it is.
There it is. All right, y'all, man. Appreciate y'all listening to another episode of Mama Boy Podcast. We're going to be back next week with part 2 of Generational Curse.
Curses.
All right.
Peace.